Okay, hi everyone. I noticed while I was looking at our course and and the discussion that I think I needed to explain a little bit more, excuse me, about the standard. So that's what I'm going to do right now. This won't take very long, but I am going to share my screen. Excuse me. And going to go over with you where you can find the standards. And this is something I had planned to do during our live session, but we pretty much ran out of time. So the first thing I'm going to do is take you to the PDE SAS site. And so this is the Pennsylvania Department of Education Standards Aligned System. You may have to sign up for a free login, which I did, so I'm already in there. And then you can personalize it for yourself. But I believe in order to see the standards now, you have to create a free account. It's really easy though, just create it. And then I'm going to go over here to standards. And this is the view for the Pennsylvania Department of Education standards system. And we're going to look at it this way. We're going to search standards. And then over here, I'm going to pick, let's see, let's go with first grade. But you can pick multiple ones too. And then I'm going to go down here and I'm going to search for math. And you may already know how to use this system because I know most of you are juniors and seniors. So if I'm telling you something you already know, then don't worry about it. And then here you will find your math standards. And they are, as you can see, they're Common Core standards. They start with the CC, Common Core. And this lets you know what children in first grade would need to do. And you can just go through all of these different things to see. Also, a really nice part of this is that you can go into materials and resources and also see assessments that they have built already. So here they have a unit plan, lesson plans. So in order to get an idea of what is appropriate for children in a certain grade level, this is a great way to find out. Okay, so let's see. What else did I want to show you here? While I'm here. Oh, I did want to also show you the Pennsylvania Early Learning Standards because I also refer to them. So if you're working with children younger than kindergarten or pre-K, you'll find these standards to be very helpful. So I would just put in my search bar PA Early Learning Standards. And then you'll get to this website. And then you just scroll down. And so if you're working with infants and toddlers, there are the infants and toddler ones. They have them in English and Spanish. Here's the pre-kindergarten standards. So we're going to click on the pre-kindergarten standards. And I'm going to actually search for math. So math starts on page 34, and you can see right here there's the different areas of math. There's the numbers and operations, algebraic concepts, geometry, measurement, data, and probability. So this would also be helpful when you're creating your lesson plan. So it's really important that you use math standards when you're doing math lesson plans. So that's why I just wanted to really make sure you knew where to find these. So I'm going to go to page 34. Let's see. Yes. Woo. Okay, and here we are on page 34. And again, this starts with numbers and operations. You can see the big idea that is present there, as well as the essential questions. And then underneath here, is all of the different standards. So when you write your standards, for me, I want you to write out the whole standard and the words like 2.1 PKA1, no number names, and the count sequence. So an example of that. Also, just this review right here in the standards tells you what young children should be doing and how they learn math at this age. Another important thing, I think they have this. Oh yeah, this is really good too. The glossary right here is awesome. So you can find these in all the standards. So what kind of words do you need to know? And this kind of stuff is important when you take your PEC test. You might see some of these words. Like it's really important, for instance, to know that young children need to know how to subitize. And that is they should be able to look at something like a dice or something like that and be able to tell you quickly how many groups of items are in there. So that's a really important skill. So anyway, I would suggest that you look through these definitions, because in your test they'll probably say something about, they might use the word like ordinal number, and you would have to know that a whole number that names the position of an object in a sequence, like, so that if that would have to match up. So you will want to make sure you know that. But let's see. Okay, so that's that. Oh, and the other thing I wanted to go over was the NCTM process standards, because I don't know if we actually, I know I shared these in our course, but if you missed this, then you might not understand what I'm asking for. So let's see, principles and standards. Okay, so the 5 process standards are problem solving, and it tells you all the things that children should be able to do relating to math and problem solving. Reasoning and proof. You want to make sure that they're able to develop and evaluate mathematical arguments and proofs, that they can select and use a variety of types of reasoning and methods to show their proof. Communication is, we want to make sure that they're able to organize and consolidate their mathematical thinking through communication, be able to communicate these ideas clearly to their peers, teachers, and other people. So this is what we're building in our students. They're able to analyze and evaluate mathematical thinking and strategies of others. So gone are the days of just having them memorize something and say it back to you. No, we really want to make sure that children are understanding these basic concepts and they're getting the foundations of math. We want them to be able to use the language of math to express mathematical ideas precisely. We want them to be able to make connections, so recognize and use connections among mathematical ideas. We want them to be able to understand how math interconnects and builds on another to produce a coherent whole. We also want them to recognize and apply mathematics in context outside of math. The last one is representation. So we want to be sure that children in pre-K through 12th grade are able to create and use representations to organize, record, and communicate math ideas. And they're able to select, apply, and translate math representations to solve problems, and then use representations to model their thinking and what they're understanding about math. And then one last thing I wanted to point out to you is that, in your appendix of our textbook, you'll see in Appendix A, you'll see the Common Core State Standards and Standards for Mathematical Practice. And again, these are also, it goes along with these process standards. You'll see, and this is Appendix A. So take a look at that, and that explains it a little bit further. And then also, hold on a second. In Appendix B of our textbook, you'll see the Common Core State Standards, and it lets you know what children need to know in different grade levels. So you should really be aware of this overall, what students need to know, and it goes over from kindergarten to second grade. So really important information. And Appendix C of our book talks about mathematics teaching practices. And let's see if I can see this. Yep. Okay, again, really important things that all work together to help us prepare our students to be mathematical thinkers. And just to go over this, this is all in Teaching Student-Centered Math by Van de Waal. And it's the 3rd edition, but whatever edition you have is fine. It's a tool. And then really quick, Appendix D of our book has activities at a glance. There are so many activities in our book that you can use for your own activities or to come up with ideas for your own activities that you need to do for this course. So definitely make sure that you're aware of the many different resources within our textbook. And I think that should be it. I think, oh, Appendix E, sorry, one more thing. Appendix E is, oh, it's a guide to our Black Line Masters. So basically there's tools that you can use within this book when you're teaching. Number cards, blank 100 charts, lots of different things, 5 frames, 10 frames, and you'll read all about these as you continue on with the course. All right, that's it. So thank you. If you have any questions, let me know. I'm always available. Bye. Have a wonderful day. It's beautiful out.